This video is the audio for my comparative presentation for English 4. And to start off the video, I'm going to talk about the plot of both the original Hamlet ending and then my fan fiction version. So to start with the original book ends with Hamlet contemplating life and death while seeking revenge for his father's murder. So his uncle, well, since he's fearing for his life, decides to make a plot to kill Hamlet. And in the original play, it ends in a duel during which the king and queen are killed along with Hamlet due to a poison-tipped sword that he was unaware of. Now, the only things that I would really change, I would remove, in my version at least, I removed the queen from the final duel, and I put Horatio in there in the final duel along with Hamlet instead, because I wanted to have the ending feel more cinematic and more suspenseful, because while I kept some things in there from the original, like I had the king and Hamlet both die from the final duel, because I wanted there to be some stakes for Horatio, while I wanted to stay true to the original story and have Hamlet die. Now, the setting in the original book, the ending takes place in a bunch of different rooms and even closets throughout the main castle. And in my alternate version, though, I didn't really change that, kind of. Like, I kept the final duel inside the castle, but instead of having it be spread out throughout the room, or throughout the castle, I just instead had it take place in the throne room, because I figured what's more suspenseful and cinematic place to have a final duel take place than the throne room itself. Now, for the theme, the themes of the original book's ending consisted of procrastination, tragedy, revenge, mortality, and madness. And because I didn't want to change the themes and what the book was telling. I didn't want to change the message the story was telling. I just want to change how it was told. So I didn't really change the themes too much, because I just thought that if anything, I would kind of lay them out more for the audience and blow them up to be a more visualized and cinematic way, so that way it just hopefully would be more enjoyable for the readers. Now, for the author's style and characterization compared to mine, the author that wrote Hamlet's main style he used a lot of prose and verse, and Hamlet is mostly written in verse, but over 30% of the lines are in prose, which is the highest percentage of any of the tragedies that Shakespeare has written. And one of the reasons for that is because there's a lot of comic scenes than any of other Shakespeare's tragedies, and the characterization is much simpler than that. For example, in the book, Hamlet is very passionate and headstrong, where Horatio is kind of more calm and sensible type of guy. And I didn't really change that for my characters. Like, I kind of, the only difference I changed was that the main characters, such as Hamlet, Horatio, the king, and Laertes in my story, are just insanely exceptional sword fighters, because that's the main battle in my final act. So I wanted to make sure that it would be a good visual representation for just how good these guys are at sword fighting, and be a big battle. And so that's what I wanted to project there, and that's kind of what my style is. It's very action packed. I did use a lot of prose like the original author, but I wanted there to be a lot of action. I didn't really want the readers to be bored while reading my segment, so I tried to put in as much fighting and action and suspense as I possibly could, because I like reading books like that, and in my opinion, those are much better books to read, because they keep you entertained throughout the entire segment. And that's really all I've got for my comparative presentation. Hope you enjoyed it.